Gorilla Tag has gotten some insane updates over the past year, bringing some awesome mechanics to the game, so I'm going to be ranking all of the new Gorilla Tag mechanics. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy, use code SNAIL, and let's get into it. We're going to start off talking about the Fortnite Gliders that came in with the Clouds revamp. These are pretty fun. I like the green one, but you just come over here to the wind, and then you can just glide in the wind, and then you just whee. This was one of the first real interesting new mechanics that they added, and it came out pretty well. You know, you just glide around. It's pretty chill. It's actually quite calming to just go around. Kind of sucks that you can only do it in this map, but you can do it in custom maps as well. But I've always felt that there's something missing from this. Like, it kind of just gets boring after a short amount of time. You don't have too much to explore. Like, I've already been all the way around the map. And then when you play tag, it's kind of bad because the lag that's around is just worse because you're moving pretty fast. There are like some things I wish you could do, like turning is sometimes kind of bad. Like if I turn pretty fast, then I'll lose all my speed. But if we put on a certain cosmetic and go and grab our glider, we can see we can get different skins for your glider. This is definitely something that was interesting, but it got boring pretty fast. But it's really satisfying to just get a line going through these holes, through all these stumps, and don't hit the branch. Why'd I hit the branch? And then trick I know, you just go through the wind and then you come back with a bunch of speed. Look at that. But even though this is one of the biggest maps in Gorilla Tag, if not the biggest, it's still too small. What? Like, it just feels too small for these gliders. I feel like we just need a way bigger area. But the full green and the kind of orange-red ones are my favorite. Like, I like these ones. Now, turn it into mine. Haha. So I'm going to be giving the gliders a C tier. It's a C tier mechanic. It's pretty cool. It didn't really stay interesting that long, and nothing else has really been done with it. This map kind of could be better. And now we're going to talk about the Monke Blocks, originally in the attic, but then later was upgraded and moved to the Monke Mall. But this feature is pretty sick. It's basically Gorilla Tag Legos. You just grab pieces and you can put them down. And I'm not too creative, so I don't really sit in here that much, but you can kind of just make whatever you want. Because, like, look, here's a tree, if I can get it to snap. There we go. Boom, here's a forest tree. You just add like 20 of those and you have forest. You also got a bunch of stuff like roof slant pieces. We got like little walls. We got bigger walls. We got big base plates that you can use to like put something on, like boom, and then you can just bring this around. And you can also just like put that on your arm and bring it around too. And then we get some different themed packs that have pieces that have a theme. Like this one is a dojo with some kind of Japan theme, and you get like doors, you got a bridge, you got wall pieces, you got trees. And then there's the castle kit that had some castle themed stuff. And as well as that, we even got the platformer update that added a bunch of interactive stuff like these rotating platforms. Wow. But there's not much for me to do here. I'm not too creative. I don't have anything I'm trying to build. I don't play Minecraft like that, but this feature is pretty sick. It is just Legos. It's pretty simple, but once you have the basic place a block down, you add a bunch of types of blocks, and then you have Minecraft. So as we get more and more packs for Monke Blocks, the better and better the feature actually is. I'm not even sure what I would want them to add to Monke Blocks, but all I really know is that for this type of game mode, this type of mechanic, more is definitely better. Imagine Minecraft with one type of glass, one type of sand, one type of clay. As long as you have a bunch of different types, you can do whatever you want. Here's my limit of creativity. I just put a wall there, put a wall there, put a wall here, there. Welcome to my house. But it's really cool to be able to save your builds and then use them later. Like, let's see what this thing even was. Oh. But then you can get small and then just climb on any of the builds that you decide to make. Climb. So even though I don't use it, I'm going to be giving the Monke Blocks an A tier because it's pretty sick. We got Legos. The next mechanic that we're going to rank is the Gorilla arcade machines, like the Whack-A-Monkey that we got right here. Play that, and the goal is basically whack-a-mole. You gotta hit the monkey and try to not hit Doug. And you have a certain amount of score you have to get over a certain amount of time in order to get to the next level, which will be harder. And it just keeps going. But not only do we have a solo Whack-A-Monkey game, there's also a 2-player one. And even more than that, we have 4 and 2-player Pong, which is just a beetle bounce. It's like, I don't really have friends, but I can sit here and be like, I gotta get a score. No, I'm scoring on myself. No, I suck. Come on. No. But I like these games. They're kind of like real arcade machines. And I'm like one of the only people that like really like real arcades. And I wish they'd add more arcade machines to this. Like, where's Skee Ball? We don't even have Skee Ball. Come on. And then there's also the fact of the custom map system that came out a little after the arcade map, which custom maps in Gorilla Tag that's amazing. That's one of the only things I thought Gorilla Tag needed. But unfortunately, this doesn't count towards the arcade games. But I'm going to rank the arcade machines B tier. They're a B tier mechanic. They're pretty cool. They're pretty fun. And our next mechanic is the MagmArena, the sport ball, soccer, football type thing. So you got your two teams, you got your blue and your red, and you just come in here and get blown into the arena on your team. And then your goal is to get to this ball and then throw it to the other side. And my cosmetics are gone. What do they do to me? The thing that sucks is most people take that at face value, and they'll just whip it from all the way over here, all the way to over there. The point of this game mode is to pass and for teamwork, because when you don't have that, it's just people throwing it. They just throw it across, and then it's just hoping that someone gets a point. But the way the game mode works, you can't steal it from the enemy team for 5 seconds, but you can steal it from your own team pretty much whenever. So people will just steal it from their own team, and that's just how they'll play. They'll steal it from their own team and whip it to the other side, miss whatever pass they were trying to do, and then the enemy team has it. When people know how to play, it can be pretty good. You maybe have fun when you play it with your friends, but in a public lobby, yeah, there's no way. And I want to know what the heck this doorway is going to lead to. And this one. And I also don't enjoy any of those sport ball games, so I'm going to be giving the MagmArena a D tier. This is pretty bad. And we're into our next mechanic, the Gorilla Tag Hover Park, or more specifically, the Hoverboards. When these first came out, you couldn't really do anything. You could kind of just turn. You could ride them. Still better than Mountains Map, but you could just ride. But now, after the upgrade, after the big update, you can let go, turn, then try and grab it. I failed. Let's do that again. You can jump up, you can turn in midair, and re-grab it. Yeah! But I much prefer this type of sliding to Mountains Map, because I feel like you actually have more control over this one. But you can really be Monkey Tony Hawk. You can just go up these ramps and try to hit other ones. And then, like, this one's probably a better one. Like, yeah, go up and then try to come down. Yeah, you can even hit a wall run. Oh yeah, look at that. Go all the way around the map. Come on. Nope, I'm failing. You can really just sit here and play Tony Hawk. Just like, oh yeah, 360. Now for a big jump. Whee! But not only is there this map, there's also the one in here. It's a lot flatter and it has some races so you can see which one of your friends is the best at doing this and have the best time. But these races are pretty cool. They kind of have different uses. Like the easy street is the beginner one if you're just starting out. And then we have corkscrew, which is really good for practicing your turning. And then overpass 8 over here kind of makes you practice your speed because you don't want to have too much speed where you'll fly off. But just being able to let go of your board and re-grab it in the air makes this so much better. The hoverboards were one of the best things added to Gorilla Tag, especially after they got upgraded. So I'm definitely going to give these an S tier. And then we have the most recent addition to Gorilla Tag, the Critters map, which is definitely one of the best things added to Gorilla Tag. This isn't just a map with a mechanic like most of the other things were. This is a map with another map with another map with mechanics built on even more mechanics. This was definitely like a new level. Oh my god, Top Hat, come here, Top Hat, I need you, I'm stealing you, you're gonna be mine. Yeah, I gotta take this guy real quick, he's got Top Hat, he's mine. But the whole map is based around these little critters right here, and these guys have different moods. Like this guy's just kind of, he's really curious. He likes being around me. What's up, little guy? What's up, little buddy? But you'll have to gear up with all of your gear and try to catch some and put them in your menagerie over there. I'm too lazy to go get them, but you can get bigger bags as well as bigger belts in the different points of interest in the map. Let me just collect that guy. Yeah, blue bandit right there. Oh, we got Green Bean. What's up, Green Bean? My little buddy right there. But I feel like this mechanic could have just had, like, if there was 20 critters with this exact same map, that could have been a whole spin-off Gorilla Tag game. But you can find different types of critters in the different biomes as well as different times of day. This is definitely one of the most complex updates in Gorilla Tag. And one of their other moves is they can be scared like this cat, because I'm trying to catch it. Come here, yes. Ah! And I decided to not be lazy and actually grab this. Boom, upgraded belt. And after knowing that these exist, I definitely would not play it without them. But I hope they keep adding to this. I hope they keep adding new critters, maybe even new maps to this. I feel like this could actually become a Gorilla Tag spin-off game. This update definitely set a new standard, and I'm definitely going to give this an S tier. We got 2 of them. But that's my ranking for every new mechanic in Gorilla Tag. Let me know down below where you agree or disagree. Subscribe if you enjoy, and use code SNAIL.